Hey everybody. It's Sunday. I took a little bit of time this morning to do what I wanted to do for myself for a little bit. Kind of fight off that kind of, burned out feeling. So I did a little something for myself with that, remember that epic-sized, 40K epic-sized Eldar city? So this is kind of terrain-related, kind of just fun. So, also, I just had to show you this, guys. It's the Racing Riveters. It is a females professional football team. Yes, you heard that correctly. Professional football team. So I gotta tell you the story behind this because it's a little bit funny. I've got a buddy named Larry. He was in the Arctic Light Infantry, was a scout, martial artist, cool guy all around, fix-it man extraordinaire. MacGyver could take lessons from Larry. Anyhow, he calls me up one day and says, "We're going out to dinner." I'm like, okay. And we show up at this golf country club. I'm like, okay, what's the deal? And he goes, "Women's professional football." I said, "What?" He says, "Think about it. Women in violent contact sports. This is their first public dinner." He says, and they're having dinner and they're like, selling their swag and, all that. I'm like, we gotta go. I'm like, okay. So we go in there, right? And all the families of all the players are there. The place is packed. Well, ends up, me and Larry are the only two, quote-unquote, civilians that showed up. We were like their original fans. So we're around all these athletic women, and it's like, I've been a martial artist most of my life, and it's like, I can't help but notice some of these women might stomp me. So I'm like, this is cool. So, we just hung out and, they had, little speeches and stuff of what's going on and all that. And, one of the last players' names was Darth. How cool is that for a last name? Yeah, Darth so-and-so is showing up for a date. It's like, oh my god. So, had to share that with you guys. It was a lot of fun. But, my next little conversation here is about, scale. And in a lot of things, scale is important, but also I want to point out how unimportant scale is. As a matter of fact, Might at Terranscapes had an awesome video about this. If you haven't checked him out, go check him out. But he was talking about how big the figure is versus, how big a tree is or how big a river is, and how, depending on what kind of a river you're talking, what kind of a tree you're talking, it's not really relevant. Now, usually when it comes to buildings, it becomes critically relevant. And I'm here to kind of blow that concept away here, because you can bring it out of its context, so to speak. And that's what I'm going to do. Matter of fact, I need an Eldar to do that with. So, you will do. Alright. Here's some other goodies. Now when you look at, pardon me, putting my hand on this. When you look at this, this is beautiful scale for 40K. It's plenty big enough to land a grav tank on. It's plenty big enough for jet bikes. you name it, you know. So there's lots of potential. Here are some of the things that held it up. I'm going to save that as a surprise what that is, but you know, this would be totally appropriate for Warhammer 40K and to make decks and stuff out of this for you to put your troops and vehicles on. Alright, now, whoa, flying! It is also appropriate for holding up support structures for buildings. Okay? You know, take a look at that. Now I realize there's a mass of pink in front of you and it's kind of hard to, you know, appreciate it, but it's like you can even go lower, you know. That's what your orcs or space marines would see if they came upon this city. Okay. So when you're looking at this, you see those bridges? Kind of cool, huh? You know, they can bring you out to decks, and things can lead to other things, which can lead to other things. Okay? So, when you're dealing with certain armies, you've got to remember that scale is something you can kind of play with. Okay? And you should play with it. As a matter of fact, these decks can be removed and totally used in a 40K game. Okay? But they can also be put up and used in an epic game. So I'm trying to get you guys to think outside the box. That's very important to me, because that's how you become great at making terrain. Thinking differently and giving new thoughts and new concepts a chance. So, you know, as much as I am here to serve you guys and build terrain and whatnot, there are people that just love making terrain, and I want to teach them as well so we can all get better. I'm going to do a flyby. One more pass. So here's a little bit of conceptual stuff for you guys to play around with. Remember, think outside the box. Make your stuff work for epic. Make it work for 25mm. Make it work for 54mm. If you happen to play that one game that Games Workshop put out, the really big figures. It's not Necromunda, it's something else. But anyhow, just trying to get you guys to look at things differently. So I'm hoping you guys are having an awesome Sunday. And I'm gonna get to work doing other stuff now. Take care, everybody. Love you. Bye bye.